If you guys clicked on the annotation, you'll be seeing this video. This is an unlisted video. This game did not make my list because it's so frustrating that this game even was released in the state that it was released in. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I'm not one of those people that, had, Knights of the Old Republic and, X-Wing v TIE Fighter. I'm not one of those people. I just like the Star Wars franchise. I've seen episode 4, 5, and 6 more times than I can count. Using pretty much my 2 hands, my feet, and another 10 human hands and feet as well. I've seen it more than at least 500 times a piece. That's episode 4, 5, and 6. I can almost recite those movies by heart. I've seen those hundreds of times, if not at least 1,000 times each, and I still love those movies. I saw episodes 1, 2, and 3. I was just utterly disappointed, and I was hoping BioWare would do the Star Wars franchise justice. It did not, and it did not do it at all. I expected when I made my Sith Inquisitor, which I have right here, level 50, I pictured him being just like Emperor Palpatine from episodes 5 and 6. Being able to have unlimited power and just using Force lightning as much as I wanted to. Nope, I couldn't have that for a long time. There was a ton of stuff in this game that just utterly disappointed me beyond belief. The whole notion of they released the game in a completely buggy state. Mind you, once I installed the game and everything, I'll actually show you guys the server selection. This is now, after it's gone free to play and everything, there were about, I would say, 60 servers to pick from when I first got this game. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 servers. And I have 3 out of 2 characters available because I had bought the game when it came out last year in December. Yes, I understand this came out, in 2011, but it was released right at that cusp of 2011, 2012, that it makes my 2012 cut. So, what just happened to this game? Pretty much the saving grace of this game was the whole factor of you played as a single-player game, not as an MMO, even though it was released as an MMO. The endgame was shitty. The PvP was just horrible. You had people running around two-shotting other players. You had just all sorts of stuff going on. There were buggy quests, buggy everything. The only saving grace that this game had going for it was its storyline for the individual classes. I loved the Sorcerer quest line. I honestly did. It made me feel like a badass, and then all of the other bugs ensued. I played the game at launch, it was buggy, but I still managed to hit level 50. Honestly, I don't know what else to say other than it's now free to play, and the free to play model they have currently in place, which they're actually going to be revamping the free to play model here pretty soon from my understanding. As you see, I'm at 3 out of 2 character slots. You can only have 2 characters if you're free to play. If you're subscription, then you get all the character slots, all of that fun jazz. They cap you on the amount of credits you can have in the game if you're free to play. They cap you on what you can wear. They cap you on what you can do. Which, I'm fine with all of the other stuff, but really the only saving grace of this game at this point is the storyline for the individual classes. And if you're limiting the character slots to just 2, which will soon be 5, then that completely defeats the purpose of having this game. Again, the end game, it's really shitty, nobody does it. The PvP, it's okay now, and the story quest line for each individual class is phenomenal, it's well written. But why they released this game as early as they did, I don't know. Really, they could have waited another couple of months, polish the game, fix some of the quest bugs, because for the longest time, I could not get past Chapter 2 of the Inquisitor quest line because it was bugged to hell. I honestly couldn't. And that really frustrated me. I wanted to play for the story. I couldn't do that. And I really don't know what else to say. This is why I did not make my... it just frustrated me to this point. I'm speechless at what to say at this point. I don't know what to say because I'm so frustrated with this game. I've lost my hopes in all the Star Wars games at this point. I've played X-Wing v TIE Fighter. I've played all of those old Star Wars games. I've played the arcade Star Wars games. This just really, really, really bummed me out and disappointed me beyond belief to where after I played it for the first 2 months, I had my subscription set up. After that point, and I started doing the PvP and the raiding, it just bummed me out beyond belief, and I didn't come back to it. I came back when it was like, hey, free weekend, free this, free that, try the new system out. I played for maybe all of an hour, did one group instance, and that was it of my experiences. I mean, I just don't know what else to say on this one. I'm hoping, because we all know at this point that Lucasfilm has been bought out by Disney, that Disney does right by these Star Wars films, and actually saves the films, because we all know episodes 1, 2, and 3 just utterly destroyed the film franchise. 4, 5, and 6 were phenomenal. 1, 2, and 3, just utter shit. I mean, Star Wars, it was a very, very good franchise name for gaming. Well, not gaming, but for video games, for books, for movies, and now it's just all going to hell. And I'm wondering if George Lucas is just doing this for the money, or if he actually wants this to, be something that people in the year 2070 still talk about. I'm just baffled at this, guys. Again, I played this on day 1 at launch, and then they released, new patches and stuff like that, but the first 5 hours of the game, I could not log on because I had 3 FPS because they didn't properly shade everything. I'll just log on to my level 50 Inquisitor, who's got everything. He's capped on credits, all that fun jazz, and I'll show you. And actually, if I can remember the, there we go, the FPS meter. As you can see, the FPS is fluctuating. I have my fraps to capping off at 30 FPS. Usually I get about 30 to 35 FPS depending on what I'm doing. I've dropped down to maybe 10 when I was still playing the game. When I had the subscription in. But I'll just show you guys some of the settings. Once we're in the game, that is. This is only taking so long just because, running fraps and all of that fun crap. Really, though, the first 5 hours of the game, until BioWare said, hey, we didn't properly optimize this for PCs, here we go. I'm on, and I'll show you guys what I mean. I'll go to, graphics. Pretty much, I had to turn all of these low, and then high again, and keep shadow quality at low or off. I can now put it at low and it's fine. Anti-aliasing I had to keep off. Everything else I could keep at high, and character texture, analyzing, I believe it's pronounced. I kept that at low, and character level detail I kept at low as well to keep my FPS at a good, at a good rate. I'm playing this in a 1920 by 1080 resolution. If I change it down to 1280 by 720, I can go ahead and put everything on high, and I'll be running at 60 plus FPS. I don't want to do that. I have a nice big monitor. I want to use my monitor to the fullest extent. But quite literally, I am capped at credits. And we can actually see here, I'll scroll through some of my gear. Previously authorized by subscription. Previously authorized by subscription. Previously authorized by subscription. You guys starting to see the pattern here? A lot of my gear is previously authorized by subscription because I technically should not be wearing this gear because I'm rate citizen in this game now. BioWare did not do the free-to-play model good, and they've realized that now after how many people have said that it's a bad model. They've now only said, okay, now we realize it's a bad model, and we're going to go ahead and revamp it. Now I'll actually just get down here on screen to show you guys a different dance. That emote is restricted and accessed through either subscription or an item unlock. Really? So getting down is now, that is the alternative dance. Let's see, can I dance? Yes, I can. Getting down is a different dance. That is activated by either a subscription or an item. Really, BioWare? That is complete and utter bullshit. Like, just so many things about this game now frustrate me beyond belief, and I can't even put it on my top 5 disappointed games of 2012. I just can't. I'm so disappointed in this game, it doesn't make the countdown. That is how sad it is. You know, again, a lot of my stuff is previously authorized by subscription because I should not have these at this point. Because I'm a free-to-play subscriber. Or not even subscriber, I'm a free-to-play person. You know, I have good stats. These stats last time I played were really, really good. You know, now, I don't know. I haven't checked the forums at all. In fact, I'll go ahead and show you my titles. I can't use any of these titles. Subscribers can either display their legacy name for all their characters. Oh, subscribers can display their legacy name for all to see. Click here to unlock these features using cartel coins. So, all these titles I worked my ass off to get, I can't use. What the fuck? I got the Revenant, the Automask, Thronebreaker, Merciless, Stalwart, Force Walker. Let's see what else. Destructive, Loathsome, Apprentice, Lord, Skirmisher, Duelist, and Founder. I got those titles myself, yet I can't use them. They can only see my legacy, as far as I'm aware. That is complete and utter bullshit. That's another thing that disappoints me about this game. I wanted to like this game, but I just can't at this point. It is such a bad system. I'm sorry to get on like a 5-10 minute rant here, but this has to be said, and honestly I don't know what else to say. If you guys have any questions or anything like that on why I stopped playing or anything like that, leave it in the comment section down below. There'll be a link in the top left to the, or there'll be an annotation on the top left to the to the top 5 most disappointing games for me. And that is it. This outranked Diablo 3. That's how bad it disappoints me. And so that way I don't go off on another tangent here, I'm going to end the video here. My name has been Shadowswim here with Shadow Gaming. Thank you for clicking on the annotation, bringing you to this video. And I will talk to you guys next time.